Hello children, I'm going to give you the explanation of class 11 of the subject English Literature, and this is the video of the poem The Dolphins by Carroll and Duffy. In this poem, The Dolphins by Carroll, it is a dramatic monologue written from the perspectives of dolphin, means it is from the point of dolphins that how do they feel. It tries to enumerate the emotions of a dolphin which was once free, swimming around at its own will and in its natural habitat, but it is now confined to an aquarium or a water park, a place where it does what its owner or the trainer tells it to do. Of course, we all have gone to the zoos or the national parks and we have seen that how the animals or the birds or the things which are in that park or the zoo, they have to they are under the command of the masters. So in this particular poem, the dolphins, the poet is trying to tell or express the feelings or emotions of the dolphins. So let us see. In this particular explanation, I have given line by line explanation, and I hope this will be very helpful to you. So try to read the poem and understand the summary also. The first line, world is what you swim in or dance. It is simple. Here, the poem starts with the dolphin speaking in second person, addressing us, means to the humans. The dolphin goes on to explain its own meaning of the world. Now, what is the world? The meaning world over here means in its own expectations about what the world should be like. Now, world over here is the swimming pool. We human beings, we know what is the world. But according to the dolphin, now she is in a particular swimming pool where she has to perform the acts. So according to her, world is the swimming pool. Now we know that the dolphins reside in water bodies. It explains that the world means its natural habitat should be a place where one is allowed to swim or in dance. It is an expression with joy and happiness without any restrictions. In simple terms, it is that simple for them. Means world is what? Where you are free. But for the dolphins, the world is just the swimming pool. The second line and the third line, we are in our element, but we are not free. Outside this world, you cannot breathe for long. Now, world means the water, okay? And the water in the swimming pool. What the dolphins are trying to tell here is, from now onwards, it is going to tell its own story of imprisonment, means the problems which the dolphins are facing. They are in water, in the aquarium, doing what they do best, means in our element, means in the water, but they are not free. Of course, they are in their natural habitat, means water. Natural habitat here I want to tell you is water, okay? Since a dolphin is an aquatic animal, it needs water. So if we put in those terms, that of course it is in its natural element, but still the dolphins are not free there. The poetess plays with the words in our element, used to explain what one likes to do, and means water, a natural element. Water may be all around it, but the dolphin is now restricted to the pool and not the expansive ocean it used to dance around in. Okay, so this is what I mean to say, that natural element, of course, it is the water. The dolphins need water to live, but the water over there in the pool is not so big, or it's you cannot compare the pool with the oceans. So what the enjoyment, the freedom what the dolphins used to get so while swimming in the oceans, it can never be compensated with the pool. Now the words of the dolphins carry the tone of desolation. It says that outside its aquatic world, it cannot breathe for long. They are aquatic animals, so they cannot survive without water. Now in the next lines, the other has my shape. Now note here, there is a word other, okay? The other has my shapes. Now with this line, the poetess introduces an element of mystery. Now who does other point to? What do you think? Who are others? Now, according to in this particular word other, there can be many assumptions, okay? First, it may point to the person who is making the dolphin perform tricks, means the master, the man who is controlling the dolphins in the pool. So maybe the other word means that. He may know the pose or the shape the dolphin should take to make the act most entertaining, because the master only is going to command what the dolphins have to do, and we know that their one tap or one whistle, even the way how they give signals to the dolphins know what they have to do next. So like that, the master controls the dolphins, okay? So they know, the master knows what shape or what pose the dolphins have to take. Or maybe the animal, the dolphin, is talking in a collective voice representing the feeling of all other dolphins along with it who are under the human control. Now this is the second option. She thinks that other over here means all the other dolphins who are with them. Now here the word we represents the collection. Now, or it may point to another dolphin whose movements guides the dolphin's own movement. It's like an orchestra where one instrument plays in tandem with others to create a beautiful art piece. It is very simple. So there are three options which means the word other. One is maybe to the master, second is to the whole group of the dolphins, and the third is maybe one more dolphin along with the one who is telling. Now, let me tell you, there are two very important things in this particular line which you have to focus. One is the other mentions the collective voice. So, in the questions also it is asked many times that who is speaker of this poem. So, what you have to mention is the speaker is the dolphin representing on behalf of all the dolphins. So, this is the word we also means here. We is representing the collective voice of the dolphins, and another is the word other. Other is also the collective voice of the dolphins in this particular poem. Now let us see the next. The other's movement forms my thoughts and also mine. Now here again there is the word other. Other may point to the other dolphin whose movement not just guides the dolphin's movement but also its thought, what they feel. Now it is not only their actions, it is their emotions too. It shows how others are controlling its life, its movements and its thoughts. Just the way the movement of the other dolphin molds how it acts, its actions decides the course of the other dolphins. Means one dolphin correlates with other to you can say to perform the act or to do any action whatever the master is telling. So this is what the movement forms my thoughts and also others. There is a man and there are hoops. So you can see what is hoop. This is the round type of circle, through which the dolphins and many other animals we have seen, they jump around. So this is the hoop. Now here again the dolphin is trying to express a feeling what she feels. Now for the first time the dolphin mentions its tormentor. Means what are the troubles or what are the tortures she is facing. There is a man who makes the dolphin jump through hoops while it performs different tricks or acts. Hoops point to the cliche, jumping through the hoops. But since the dolphin actually jumped through hoops on orders, the cliche is overrun. Now, there is a constant flowing guilt. Again here, a very important line, constant flowing guilt. What is the guilt the dolphin has? What is the guilt? Who is feeling this guilt? It's most possibly the dolphin itself, as it can only know its own feeling. Of course, dolphin doesn't know what, the master or what the others are feeling. But since she's representing all the other dolphins, so she's telling that what I'm feeling may be the same the others are also. But no one else know about their pain. The sense of guilt comes from its inability to always perform the way its master wants. It may also feel guilty as it got caught up in the net of the fisherman when it was careless. Now maybe because she was so careless and so she was caught in the net, so she is guilty. Or it is possibly the trainer, as some suggest, as he makes the dolphins do things against their will. Maybe this is the feeling of guilt, that she don't want to do anything what the trainer is telling, but then also they have to do. So maybe this is the feeling of guilt. So this was the first paragraph. Let us see the second paragraph. Now the first two lines here, we have found no truth in these waters, no explanation tremble on our flesh. Here the poet is telling about the sensitive skin or the feeling what the dolphins have on their body. You know, the skin is so sensitive to the changes around. They have a well developed sonar system, you know, through which they communicate with each other. Even their skin has so sensitive, you know, organs which can feel the presence of others or any changes around them. In this poem, in spite of all these abilities, the dolphin grieves and mentions it has found no truth in these waters. Here these waters is the swimming pool, the water of the pool or the water of the aquarium. They don't find these water good for living, as the oceans is their natural living place. There is nothing so pleasing that could stimulate its skin or flesh, and there is no explanation which may help them make sense of this new world. Now here, new world is the swimming pool. So the dolphin is telling that this particular swimming pool, whatever the human beings can provide in this, however they try their best to make it a natural habitat, they can never make it. They cannot give the pleasure of the feel of the ocean in this particular swimming pool. So he's telling that the senses what we had when we were in this ocean can never be, they are, you can say, are not active in this particular pool. In the next lines, we were blessed and now we are not blessed. After traveling such space for days, we began to translate. Now here the voice of dolphins vibrates with a depressing tone. It says that we were blessed when they were freely roaming in the oceans, but they are now no more blessed to be restricted in the man-made water park or pool. The line signifies how the dolphins are now trying to accept their fate. The dolphins who were used to travel around the open water as oceans for days have now started to translate or to change. Here translate is the fact that dolphins has to change its mindset to live in the limited water, means to the circles of this pool. Means now they have begun to translate, means that they are now ready, or you can say they are ready to change or adapt this particular pool or the water of the pool. They know that we cannot change our fate. Our fate has brought up to this swimming pool, so now we have to adapt ourselves to this. We have to forget the memories of the oceans which we had before. In the next lines, it was the same space, means after roaming all over the swimming pool again and again and again for so many days, now they found that this is the same space and it is not going to change. There is nothing new in this. It is the same space always, and above it is the man. Here the dolphin may be surrounded by water in the pool, the same space, of course. It is the same space they have desired. It explains that what looks essentially same is so different in reality. That is, swimming in pool and in ocean are totally different experiences. Above it is the man. Now this is one more line, and very important thing it is. It points to the superiority of man, how the man controls the dolphin. But it is literal when we notice that no matter what these dolphins do, the man, their master, would constantly watch from above. Here the dolphin is telling, she's trying to tell that we are not free. We cannot do anything of our own. We are controlled by a man who is superior to us. Okay, so this was your first and second paragraph. The third and fourth I'll be giving you in my next video. Till then, just read line by line, go through the, and thank you.